Hello YouTube, this is DaretoBeCreative, and how you guys doing today? I am home sick, and unfortunately I think I'm getting the flu again. My fever is broke at the moment, so I am trying to do something simple and quick. Anyway, so I was trying to think of something I could do that I need, and this is like take number 5, literally almost to the end of every video. Then I messed up. I had to do it over. But anyway, I looked over and I saw this die. This is the mini pocket by Quick Cuts Lifestyle Crafts. It's a die, and I got it from Tuesday morning. The number is 1930642. So that's just a little mini pocket. And as you know, I've been using a lot of my papers up, and I was making these goodie bags, and these are made by hand. And a lot of people ask me, did I use a die? I made them by hand, and I'll show you at the end of the video how to make this one and this one if you don't have a die. But anyway, so I was trying to think, okay, I could use some of those because they're great to put goodies in, like if you're sending somebody some bling, some punch outs, cutouts, resin pieces, tassels. I mean, so many little trinkets that you don't want to get lost in the envelope, tags that you can stick in this. It's 2.5 by 3.8, so basically 2.5 by 4. And so I said, oh, I can make a whole bunch of those just to have on handy. And the quickest paper pad that I saw was a 180-piece paper set that I got from TM. It says April of 17. I thought I had it longer than that, but apparently I got it last year, so it must have been after April. But anyway, I don't have any delusions of grandeur to try to finish this paper pad, because to finish 180 sheets of paper of the same paper stack at one time I would hate the paper, so I'm not going to do that. But I've used probably some before, so probably used about 40, 50, maybe 60 pieces out of here, because I've used it a couple times before. I ended up grabbing 18 sheets, 18 different prints, and I made make three out of one 12 by 12. So you can get quite a bit out of one sheet of paper, and I'll show you what I did. So, of course, like I said, I'm not feeling well, so the first couple ones I wasn't paying attention. I'm just cutting really quick, and I cut them upside down, but I think I can still use them. So that's the right side up, and that's the upside down. And if that wasn't enough, I still didn't notice it with the second one. The back is the right way and the front is up. Didn't notice it at the third time. Sometimes you need to stop. But then I realized I was doing it wrong. So then I got those right side up. And then I got some wood grain. Then I did some pink chevrons. So I did 3 of each one of these. Some floral. Oops. Sorry. Some floral. Some multicolored chevron. Some green Swiss dots. Some orange retro dots that looks like 1970. Some brown chevron. Some navy chevron, but you never get to see navy paper. Some brick colored Swiss. Some brown floral. School paper print. Whoops. Some houndstooth. Some picnic checkerboard. And some diagonal chevron. So, I think these would be great. I might even give some away as goodies. I may decorate them. And I don't know. You'll see if I do another video. So anyway, just to show you real quickly, if you wanted to make, I'm going to show you both ways that you can make some little quick pockets. And these are not anything new. You've probably seen videos on these before. So we want to make this one, and you don't have to die. Basically, you're going to cut a piece of paper in half, and then you're going to add a width for the tabs, like a 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch on each side. So what I'm going to do for this one, since it's 2.5, I'm going to make it 3 inches, and the length I'm going to make it 7. So after you cut out your piece of paper by 3 by 7, I'm going to get my bone folder, which you don't really need, because all you got to do is fold this in half. Okay, so 3.5. Or just simply fold it over in half. and you'll have your half mark. Okay, but what you also want to do is do the tab. So I'm gonna flip it on the side. I'm gonna do a quarter. I'm gonna score it on the long ways, just so I have room for some glue or tape. And I'm gonna flip it over. I like to flip mine over and make my other quarter mark. So what you end up with is on your long sides, quarter mark, and score it in the middle right there. Take your bone folder, just crease your marks. It makes it easier. All right, so now once you do that, get your scissors, and you're going to cut out one set of the tabs to the half marker. You're going to stop there, and the other set you're going to leave. So go here, and I'm not the best person to cut straight, especially when I'm sick. But anyway, so basically that's what you're going to end up with. You fold those tabs in, you use your glue, and you fold it down, and you will have your pocket. Now, it doesn't look as decorative as some of these, but it is a pocket, okay? So you have a couple options what you could do. You can use zigzags like this to add some texture to it, which I'm not even going to do that because I know I don't feel good, and I know it's not going to cut straight for me because I'm just having one of those days. Like I said, this is take number 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I have a, what size is this? I think it's a 3-inch, yeah, 3.5 inch oval punch, or you can just cut it yourself. I'm going to use this to cut out this piece right here. I'm going to stick it in there. Actually, let me open it up, it'll be easier. And you don't have to do this piece, but I'm going to line it up. And once the edges of the square, or rectangle rather, excuse me, comes up, and I can see enough of that, I am going to squeeze now. My last video, oh, it cut, thank God. Last time I did it, it didn't cut. All right, so that gives me a little dip right there. And then on this one, I'm going to use my quarter rounder. You don't have to use these, but you can. Okay, so then I will put my glue. Now, before I put my glue on it, one of the things you're going to notice is when you fold your tabs back up, you're going to have these little pieces right here that are going to go over. So I'm going to just miter those off, which means I'm going to come up to the highest point right there, click it off. You don't measure this, you just snip it off. Okay? So then when you glue it, boom, it looks more like that. So you can have your pocket like this, and you don't have to buy that die if you want to do that. And again, like I said, you can edge this up with a decorative edge, whatever you have, or around here. I don't do too good with cutting with these all the time, so. But that's one way to make that. So then you have equivalent to that. Now, if you want to make this pocket, so this is just folded in half, more like a grocery bag or something. I'll show you how to make that one. Now we're going to use the same dimensions. That one's just 4 inches high. So my piece of paper needs to be 4 inches high because my height, here I'm looking at my height, it's 4 inches. My width on this pocket is 2.5. So in order to make a pocket, whether it's this one or this one, what you do is you look at the height. So this one will be cut at 7 inches because it's 7 inches high. This is going to be cut at 4 because it's 4 inches high. The width on this one is 5 inches. The width on this one is 2.5. So what I would do, multiplication, addition, whatever you want to call it, is double this. So if this is 2.5, that means I need to do 5. Then I'm going to add a 1/2 inch for my tape. So that's going to be 5.5. So again, this is 2.5. I need to double it. So the length of my paper is going to be 5. Then I'm going to add on a 1/2 inch for my tape. So that's 5.5. So hence my piece of paper is 4 by 5.5. If I was doing this one, again, it would be 7 inches. This is 5 inches wide. So this would be 10 plus a 1/2 inch would be 10.5 inches wide. Does that make sense? So then with that, in order to get it folded in half and get it in the middle of the center of the back, what I would do is, since I already know I want my width to be 2.5 inches wide, and I know that I have an additional 3 inches, because it's 5.5. I'm going to take 3 inches divided by 2, which is 1.5. I'm going to score at 1.5. Then I'm going to come in 1.5. So I would score 1.5 and I would score 4. Okay? 1.5 and at 4 on the 5.5 inch line. 1.5 and 4. That'll leave me a 2.5 inches width right here. Okay? So the same thing, if I was doing that, I would take the 5.5 and I would divide it by 2, and that's how I would get my score lines. Now, for the bottom, I need to score a little piece across the bottom, and since this is a small bag, I'm only going to do a 1/4 inch. Whereas on a bag like this, I would do like a 1/2 or 3/4. So I'm just going to do a 1/4 inch. So this is what you have: 1/4 inch on a 5.5 line, 1.5, 4. I'm going to come in, but let me crease my lines first. Alright, so that's what you're going to have when you do it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to cut off these side flaps. Come in at a diagonal up the middle and cut off your side flaps. That's crooked how I cut that off, but that's okay. It won't show up. So this is how your end road is going to look. Fold it, or whichever one you want to be over top. You have enough room right there to put your tape, wet glue, whatever. And I'll make this thing just a little bit more even. And then you're going to fold your bottom piece up and put some glue there. And again, you could decorate this top. I'll just show you because this ain't going to come out right, but I'm just going to show you. However you want to do it. But then you have that bag. So again, you can make either one of these bags. It's Goodie bags, and put treats in them. You know, so when you're sending out something in a rack or happy mail, birthday mail, whatever it is that you want to do, you don't have to have a die to make either one of these. They're really quick and easy to make. And just limited by your creativity, whatever you want to do. You can also, which I didn't do, take another die and lay it on top and cut out a design right here. So you can have an opening there and just put some acetate or some of that clean paper on it, under it. So you do have options there to make it more decorative. I just kept this plain and simple. Not feeling too good. I'm just going to I may decorate them. I don't know. But anyway, you can do a lot of other things with it that I didn't show in this video. But keep that in mind. So anyway, thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing. And I dare you to make some. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.